Let's see if that worked. See if that worked. It says I have a good connection. Yes, we're up. Okay, we're live. Yay, we're live. We are live. Yay, we are live for real. Sick. You'll love to see it. Add all my tags to the announcement. Post. And now should be good to go. So, last stream I shall tell you what I've done. Let me move my shit around. Can I make chat? No, let's make that a little bit wider. Cool. Alright, so so last stream I was working on the player controller, and I was working on acceleration and deacceleration. Let's see, let's crack open what's going on here. So yeah, I originally the code was all this malarkey. But I've managed to trim all that down to basically this. And the thing is that this isn't quite okay. Here is okay. I'm kind of sitting here with a situation. This movement, as I have it right now, is pretty good, but it's not fully implemented. So right here, you see I have acceleration and deacceleration right here. I move left and right, and I stop, and I start, and yada, yada, yada. And then as for jumping, the way that it works is that you hold down a charge button, which you can see charging up right at the top, right here, jump charge, that says. So then, depending on the charge of that, if you jump, yeah, and the size of that charge determines the height of the jump, which makes sense for the specific style of platformer that I am going for. Let me take my earbud out. I don't need that. So that is pretty good. So the way that what I was going to add to this that we have right now is a couple of things. One, I want your movement in the air to be much slower, because I want the direction that you are running to be like very difficult to change, which is kind of the truth, honestly, which is getting to the point that I'm trying to make. But hold on, let me try something. What's my X velocity? Yeah, it's just the same. So that was kind of my intended goal, and then that would mean that your movement, kind of the goal of the movement is maintaining velocity and going forward. And I also was going to make it so that there isn't a peak speed for your movement, specifically for making the movement more awkward, because this is like a rage game that I'm trying to make here, and I'm trying to make it, you know, wonky and bizarre and weird. So, but the thing is that I'm imagining the level layout is going to basically be small little platforming challenges, one in front of another. And they're pretty typical platforming challenges that are made harder by the awkward movement. And I am imagining that moving forward at a fast rate is not necessarily something that is super rewarding. So I am debating whether or not the movement that I have right now, with a couple more tweaks that I want to add, I am debating if this is like what we want. Because I think it might be. So like, moving around is pretty hard. So if I were to roll out with the original sort of way that I was going to do things, is when you jump in the air, the direction that you're holding when you press jump kind of determines like a forward velocity. And then in the ground, so here if I'm holding down the charge button, I can move around fine, but normally once you hold down that charge button, you will skid to a stop. which is the intended thing. And then the direction you are holding down while you're crouching determines which direction you are going to go. And then in the air, you would have a different move velocity than you would on the ground, and you also wouldn't have a peak speed. Meanwhile, on the ground, you do have a peak speed. So I'm honestly thinking that with a couple of changes to the movement that I have right here, I want to make the acceleration and deceleration on the ground be shorter, and in the air, I want that to be faster. Sorry, longer. Slower rather. And I also want to add the skidding to a stop with movement. And then there's one more question that I have, which is when you hold down the jump button in the air, I'm debating if that should not be allowed, or if I should make it so that you can chain together jumps. I think that what I want to do is that if you are in the air and you hold down the charge button, you will build up another jump. But if you mess with the landing, you will bonk, just like in Mario 64, where you kind of skid forward at a speed, or if you bonk into a wall, you basically reverse your direction, and then you have a stretch of time where you're stunned. So I'm thinking that if you want to chain together your jumps, you have to be, more precise with your jumps. So that's kind of the plan. That's pretty much the plan. So far. So I think I am going to do that and see where we are at. And if I like how that is, then that means the goddamn player controller for this is ready to go. So first, let's sort of look at what we have going on here. In fact, let's quickly, I think I'm just going to delete a whole bunch of this. Can I delete inside asterisk? No, I can't. I think I'm going to delete all of this because it's just not really what I want. Let's delete that, and then this right here, and cool. So the way that this works is that, first off, if I hit a wall, my X velocity is 0. And then, inside of our player class, we have a target speed. And the gist is that we set that target speed to whatever we want, and we also set the time it takes to reach that peak. So we have target speed, and we also have peak speed. Peak time, I believe it's called. So long as I set those variables, this code right here will sort of move us towards our target speed. So right here, right now this is all just kind of hard set to ground speed. I've got a couple of variables kicking around my player class that will probably get deleted or changed or whatever. But right now, in the future, we are going to check if we're on the ground or not, and that will determine if we use ground speed or air speed. Makes sense. So if we are pressing left or right, our target speed equals left or right times ground speed. So, if we're pressing left, which is -1, then it's going to be negative ground speed, and then, left and right, etc. And if we're not, then target speed is 0. Very simple. Here, I can even show that off. I've got a target speed right here. Right is 5, left is -5, and neither is 0. And then, you can also see that if my sort of runway here is pretty slow, but you'll see that I don't really go much faster than 5. Though actually, super quick, I just noticed a bug. My X velocity is not being set. Hold up. That corner position is 0.78, so I might actually want to change this up. Let's make you 7.5. I really hate having these magic numbers here, but I really don't know the exact maths behind a circle, so I just said maths. What the hell am I doing? So that should have fixed that. Yeah. So now when I hit this corner, yeah. So I'm not getting stuck anymore. Feels good. Quick little bug fix there. So you will notice that my move speed gets capped out at 5, or -5. Whatever. So here, this is the actual logic. So, if we're pressing X, I could also probably check if target speed does not equal 0. For this specifically, which I might actually do. Just to, although, you know what, it doesn't really matter. Here, I check if the absolute value, that means a negative becomes a plus, and a plus becomes a plus. Positive becomes a positive. So if that is less than our peak speed, because if we're at or above our peak speed, that's the speed we want to be. I am going to add, right here, ground speed divided by peak time times delta, and that's going to make it so that after, right now ground peak time is 1 second, so that means 1 full second we are going to reach our peak speed. In fact, I kind of want to modify my level a little bit. So if we go into game and then source/game and then game.c, my whole level is just a bunch of numbers right here. Let's go to place you with a comma 0 0. I just want a bigger runway. That's an O. And then what I want to do is there a way to like add another row to all this? I don't think so. Make that. Yep, there we go. So you'll see my speed doesn't go above 5. 5 plus a bit. I might find a way to kind of cap it off there. My code is a little wonky right now, but we'll make sure that it's all working in due time. Anyways, yeah, so it takes us a full second to reach peak speed. So like, you know, so it's like, hold up, 1,000 and then 5, which is pretty cool because this basically dices it up into like basically like however long a second would be, and then times it by delta, which is how many times in a second we are updating. Yeah, pretty much. And then if we're not pressing left or right, and our x velocity is greater than 0.1, just so we're not kind of jittering around at a low speed, I will either plus or minus the opposite of the move speed up here. So yeah, what the hell? What the hell? Are there... Hold up, that's a very strange glitch. Are there like... Hold up. That must be some undefined memory there. Hold up. So for some reason the game thinks that there are tiles up in the corner there, which doesn't make much sense. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You know, I should just check what the column is. We are at column number 5. That's column number 69. Nice. 69 minus 5 divided by 2. That is 32 tiles wide. That would explain it. Boy. Alright, no, that is not correct. That's not correct at all. Jesus. Level width is 32. I don't know why the hell that's a very funny glitch. That's some weird memory overlapping and bullshit. That is awfully silly. Well, it's cool to know that our oh, that's a little strange. I still need to update my moving platforms physics. So, alright, I guess I'll just do this manually. Fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. No, it's 22. Why did I... I'm just bad at math, I think. Alright, so it's gone now. Alright, so I won't worry about it then. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well. Anyways, yeah. And then finally, if we're below this little buffer, we just set our velocity to 0. And that's how things work currently. So, what I want to do is, you see how these lines right here are going past our 80 column limit. So what I want to do is I want to set a couple of variables right here. So we are going to have a float speed and a float peak time. Hold up now. Speed is how fast we want to go. Yeah, speed. And then peak. No, that needs to be a better variable name. Time. No. Peak time. Speed and peak time. Yeah, that should make sense. Alright, cool. So what we're going to do here is speed is going to by default just equal player, ground, speed, and then peak time is going to equal player, ground, peak time, and this is just going to make our code a little bit more readable and a little bit shorter. So we go speed, back, change speed, word, change to peak time. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I love it. I love it. Speed. I need to use end to change to peak time. And now we're doing that properly. Speed, and look at that. That is so much better. Ooh, isn't that clean? That is clean. Let's make a couple of changes here. Let's to speed, X velocity. Cool. That's kind of all I want to do. So, excuse me. Let's make a couple of changes to our variables because I want acceleration on the ground to be a little bit faster. So let's go into just player C again. My player initialization function is inside the same file, but I like to keep it in a separate thing so I don't have to jump to the bottom and the top all the time. So I think that 5 is a little fast. So I'm going to actually cut this down to 3, and I'm going to cut our peak time down to 0.5. Hold on, let me super quickly check, make sure my microphone is working. My microphone is working. You'll love to see it. Now our peak speed is 3. 1,000. Yeah, that's half a second. That's still, is that? I think I might want to make that a little bit faster. Hold on. Not pressing the right buttons for jump, and then our airspeed is 3 seconds again. Okay, so here is my plan. Here is my plan, folks. Our airspeed is going to be 5 pixels a second, much faster. And our peak time, I'm going to make 2 motherfucking seconds. Now here's the plan. So now if we want to set to air or peak, we just set them like this. So here is what we're gonna do. So you know what? Actually, I should be holding on to just generic versions of these speeds and peak speeds, because I remember holding on to that value between iterations being important. Wait, why is this down here? Doing the bracket notation, initialize those structs to 0. What am I doing? Game.h and X velocity, peak speed, target speed. No, that's not correct. Hold up. I do have player target speed. I don't think I'll be honest, I don't think target speed is necessary to that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that anymore. So let's also make a float peak speed is going to equal 0f. And that means we can get rid of this, which is nice. Back, the end. Change peak speed. I love Vim. Vim makes me happy. We don't have a leap speed anymore because we don't need it. There's a couple more errors hanging around here. Oh, right. I wanted to hold on to it because of the... so I could print it out like that. Alright. Well, we're about to go put that back. Alright, let's go put back our target speed. Float target speed. With the debug info, let's just go into... By the way, man, I love Allegro so much. Just look at how slick these like font drawing functions are. Like, look at this. Oh, you love it. You love it. You'll love to see it. You'll absolutely am in love with it. So we got game.h, and we got to make sure that we note for C programmers, whenever you modify your headers, just recompile the whole damn thing. So that way you don't get weird memory shit, because if you modify a header but not its source file, the pre-compiled object files will not notice a difference, and then we'll just run it, and then the variables are going to be all over the place, and you'll get some weird glitches and more likely a segmentation fault. So let's go back to jump. Alright, let's change things around. Player jump. No, not jump. Move. Peak speed, and I'm going to make peak speed. Where did target speed go? Why did I set that to that? No, I want that to be... Okay. Player... target speed equals player speed. Sorry, super quick. I started using this new color scheme called Monokai Pro, and I'm honestly starting to pick up on, like, yeah, there's so many really nice little like this is a color scheme that's actually way more functional than anything else I have ever used. Like the floats being italicized, the function arguments being italicized but orange, and like functions being all that. It's just a very lovely color scheme, I gotta say. Do I use target speed anywhere, actually? Do I use target speed anywhere? Do I not use target speed anywhere? Hold up. Oh, I didn't like that. What did I just say? Recompiled the whole thing. Recompile the whole thing. Alright. What happened? Speed, gain delta, speed, peak time, yada yada. Input.x. I don't think I need target speed. That's so weird, because that's been such a like common theme throughout like every single time I've tried to implement this movement here. You don't need target speed. That's so crazy. This code looks delicious. I could eat this up. This is amazing. This is really good. Okay. Focus. So now what I want to do is that I have a variable in my code called jump time. Now if player jump time is greater than 0, what we are going to do is we are going to make, this is going to be a multi-line, I believe. Speed is going to equal player airspeed, and that is the correct spelling, right? Yeah, airspeed. And we're going to make peak time equals player air peak time. Is that correct? Okay, so now when we jump, our peak speed should be higher and our acceleration should be slower. So here we are, moving around. 3 pixels a second is our peak. Okay, so now... okay. So check this out. Yeah, my peak speed should be 5 pixels. So there's only one issue now, is that... okay. There's only one issue, and that is that now my... when I hit the ground, I'm now going the speed of my airspeed. And I'm going to be honest, I kind of like that, actually. I kind of like that a lot. But super quick to test that, I'm going to add a super quick bit of code in here. Because I want the player to wrap around the level just for testing. So here is what I'm going to do. If player X is greater than game level width. Is that in tiles? Is that in tiles? Where's game? Game T, tile size, tile count, level width, level height. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are in. Actually, hold up. Let's go to game.c. Game init next. How do I set those? Are they by tiles or? Yep, they're by tiles. Okay. So that means we just have to multiply by tile size. If our player is wider than the level, then we are literally just going to go player.x equals 0. And then I'm going to do the same thing and make it y, change in height, word, replace y. Now let's see if, now we should just have super simple wrapping, so let's try and leap. Oh, yeah, actually that kind of does work. Yeah, because our level is smaller than the screen currently, so yeah, so watch, if we, now our ground speed was 5 until, hold up, let's try something. Skirt. Hold up, let's try that again. Oh, hold up. Okay, if I forgot to account if we go to the left. So let's yank these. It's less than, change to word. Change to open parenthesis. Change to open parenthesis 0.0f is going to equal game level width times game tile size, and our origin is in the middle, so it doesn't really matter. Level height times game tile size again. Probably could have copied that around, but whatever. So let's try something. Hold up, I'll make sure I'm actually charging up my jump, leap, and now skirt. Hold up, I'm not changing direction as quickly as I would like. Hold up, that is interesting. That is actually very interesting. I'm not able to change my direction once I hit the ground like that. Let's try to figure out where that is. So interesting. So hold up, let's make a couple more changes to our level just so that we can more easily just run around. 0, replace U with a 0. With 0, replace U with 0. So now we should just be able to run freely. Look at us go, yippee. Okay, so now we're running, and we are at 5 pixels a second. Now let's try and change direction. But we're not. So let's try and figure out why that is. Is it because I'm holding crouch? Hold up, that's interesting. Is it because I'm at like the corner? So I'm noticing my jump charge is being changed. I think that's because there's like a single frame where I'm not colliding with anything. I think I might be able to fix that though if I change my lessons and greater thans to less than and equal to. So let's just make you equal to, equal to, equal to, equal to. And what the hell? What the hell? The heck kind of weird ass bug is that? Oh, that's so weird. Oh, actually, I think it's because my initial position is 0, actually. Yeah, my initial Y is 0. So let's make you just like 1. Yeah, there we go. Okay, not a problem. Now, let me try something. Oh, what the hell? Oh, now I'm... That is bizarre. So... It's That's real weird, I gotta tell you. I believe there is something bizarre happening here. Alright, well, let's actually look at the code and try and break down what's happening. So, I think that what we're doing there is a little bit strange. Okay. So, anyways, so when we're in the air, we cannot change directions. Let's see why. If app input X. Oh, I believe. Hold up. Okay, I think I see what's happening. So when we hit the ground, our speed becomes 3, and in the air it's 5. And 5 is greater than speed, so that means we're not doing anything. So that's because it's being capped. Gotcha. What if I change this to simply not being less than, but not equal to? This is not going to work, but I want to try it. Oh, that just means we don't have a cap to our speed. Alright, now that makes a lot... That makes plenty of sense. So that means... if I want to change direction... Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We might want to maintain our speed... Okay, because I really like you maintaining your faster speed from when you're in the air to when you hit the ground. Because I think that sounds like a lot of fun. But how are we going to do that? We could do that by storing our speed between layers and basically being like, oh, when we hit jump, that's now our speed, and that maintains our speed until we change direction. So we could totally do that. So Okay, so let's do that. Let's maintain our speed between iterations because it's being calculated from scratch and we want to maintain it. So let's create a variable in here. Not target speed. We don't need target speed anymore, but we're going to just create a move speed. Although maybe target speed is actually more what we want. Target speed is back, baby. Woo! Target speed is back. Alright, so here's the plan. Here is the plan, ladies and gentlemen. Just gonna make that be our target speed. Let's move you down here. So instead of checking for jump time, if input dot jump, if app.input dot jump, then that means that our target speed will suddenly become target speed. Now, if we're pressing a direction, means it should be positive and we're maintaining our target speed, and when it switches, that means it's going to become negative. Okay, let's go player target speed times equals put.x. I suppose. Okay. So now our target speed should be what we want it to be. So now it's going to be times or minuses based on the direction, which is what we want. So then if we, if truncate player target speed, but that means that, if for some reason, no, actually, hold up. I should instead do if our target speed does not equal this might not make any sense, but I'm going to explain it here in a second. And then peak time equals player error. Sorry, ground peak time. Oh, you're right. You are correct. That is indented too deeply, but I can fix that. Requires a floating point. Really? I mean, is -0 a thing? So if, you know what? This is turning out the same if we had done truncate instead. Because if we're like 0.5 and we cast this to an int, then that means that it's just going to become 0, and I'm very certain that -0 is not a thing. But let's try it out. Let's see if -0 is a thing. Let's see what happens. Yep, -0 isn't a thing. Alright, so let's just do truncate and add a little note. So what truncate does is that it caps things to 1. 1 or -1 or 0. If something is negative like 1,000, it becomes -1. If something is positive 1.003, it becomes positive. If something is 0.3, it becomes 0. Is what that does. Note, if for some reason target speed is less than 1 and greater than 0, this will be borked. Yeah, this will be borked. I can't imagine why we would want to make target speed less than 0, but let's just put that there just in case that's something I decide to do in the future. So if our target speed is... So basically, if the direction we are holding is different to what was being pressed, then change it around. Cool. Peak time, peak speed. I don't think I use peak speed anywhere. I don't think I do use peak speed anywhere. Peak time. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And then we target speed. Yeah, so we check and then we update it based on whatever. So this should be work. This feels a little messy, but this should work. So we are changing direction. Oh, hello. Interesting. So target speed times equals... Oh, wait, I'm doing target speed again. Okay. Float speed equals player target speed. So that should be negative. I don't know what's going on there. Target speed -3. I don't know what's going on there. Get weird random memory glitches, which is strange. So that's even more strange. Okay. So what's going on here? Speed, peak time should be... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I think peak time is being set to 0 no matter... Sorry, no matter what. So let's just make this 0.0f. Or we could maintain peak time between things, but that would make our player start bigger, and that would slow things down, and we don't really want that. Oh, hello. Haven't seen you error in a little bit. Okay, so peak time shouldn't ever be 0, actually. You're right. Shouldn't ever be 0. So let's just make it ground speed just so there's never a 0. So if we press jump, our target speed is... Actually, hold the phone. Alright, this is a little strange. Peak time equals... Oh, no, never mind. So, okay, here's the problem with what we are doing now. Now, this means that peak time is going to be set to ground no matter what. And the thing is that these if statements down here are not always going to get hit. So, we are going to have to maintain it between cycles. Alright. Float peak speed. And let's delete because we don't need that comment anymore because it's no longer relevant. So let's go into here. Player peak time. I totally made peak speed. No. Peak time, please. And then go down here and then just set you to that and then go peak time. Target speed times that. This should be good to go. Everything here should be nice. Whoop! So sometimes you'll get really silly bugs like this one if you don't recompile when you change your structs, because now we're totally fine. And we're still not going backwards when we want. Alright, super quickly, let's change these around because the equals is messing things up. And Yeah, so let's just fix that. We should be... Yep, we should be good to go now. So hello. So now our target speed is being different to the one that was previously being held. So that doesn't make any sense. Speed. Target speed. So that doesn't make any sense. Why is that not being changed like that? Speed, peak time. Let's make speed first because that's the order that we follow everything else. Player target speed. Good. Let's just delete these. I feel like I'm... You know, we are nearing the 1 hour mark, so I think I'm going to go take a short little break. So I think that I will be back just a little bit. I will see y'all in a little bit. I will be back in a couple minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, after consuming 0 substances, I am back. Also, I finally scooched my goddamn font size up so y'all can actually see what's happening. So, where were we? Yeah, we were not able to change directions. Because I have not actually altered what I'm doing here. So, here's the thing. When we're going forward, we want to maintain our speed, right? So when we jump, our peak speed changes. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and give this a run. So our target speed, -3, is -3. Just so I can't really come to a stop then. So let's go ahead and jump. So, okay, that's interesting. So, hold. So if I truncate target speed, hold up. I might actually want to change this. I might actually want to move this up here. Hold up. So that fixed that problem. So, okay, so this code right here is just doesn't seem to be working. So we're truncating our target speed, 1, -1, etc. Truncate app input X. You know what? We don't even need to truncate that. Let's be honest. Okay. Something weird is happening here. So I need a better way to figure out what's going on here. So, okay, here's a different plan. Let's go. I hit the wrong button and I went down to the bottom of my file. So let's change these back to sign bit like I was going to do anyways. So requires an argument of floating point type. So sign bit, really? That requires it to be floating point? So, I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. That is not how you do CAS in C. That's how you do CAS in C. And then let's just change you to sign bit. So, okay, so if sign bit is true, and if it's false, so they both have to be false. And let's see if that does anything. Oh, that didn't like it. That didn't like that at all. So our hold up. Actually, that might be working. Kinda. Here, let's put this back down here. Oh, it didn't like that. Make clean, maybe. Just eliminate any possibilities. It didn't like that at all. Didn't like that at all. Alright, let's put you back above. For some reason, that's not behaving properly. Misreading my files again. Memory shit. Da da da. I should just make a script that compiles the whole thing from scratch every single time. So, okay. Alright, here's my plan. Let's motherfucking delete all this. Let's start over. Wait a second. Why would I need to multiply this by input.x if I'm doing it right here? Why the hell would I want to do that? Why would I want to do that? So what's becoming NAND there? My... Oh. What the hell? So now my target speed. You know what? This is kind of actually. Hold up. Hold the phone. 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 Okay, so that's awfully strange. There is essentially a random chance. And now we're going too fast to register a collision. Is there a random chance? Okay, so There's a chance that... Oh, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening here. Is target speed being something weird? Okay, let's go into... Okay, so I need to make sure that... that target speed is something at the very start of the game. Otherwise, we'll get weird shit like that. So let's go down to new... Target speed... Actually, no. Speed is going to equal to... So I... Is this valid? Is this valid C code? Is that gonna work? Because it might. Because I'm pretty sure it didn't work. Oh, hold up. Hold on. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Fuck it. Let's just make it 3. Let's just do it manually. Just so it's something. Actually, maybe we should assume that it's air because we'll... Yeah, we should assume that speed is air because if it's ground, it will already be set. Being set to infinity now, eh? Make clean, make run. Infinity, we love when it's infinity. So, alright, what the hell's going on there? Ground speed, ground peak time. Speed, peak time, speed, peak time. Question, is my... No, yeah, so... I'm not sure. What the hell? It was real weird. Has the bathroom fan been on this whole time? Doing wonders for my audio quality. Yeah, our ambient volume is way down. Boy, quality people, quality. So why is my X velocity infinity? Is my question. Because it's 0? That wouldn't make any sense. Peak time, peak time. Oh, is it because I'm not setting peak time either? Aw. Let's make you... I'll bet you that's it. I'll bet you that's it. Oh, that might have been it. Okay, cool. So let's see what's going on here. Our peak speed when we're on the ground is 3. What we want. Wait, was there a weird jump there? Nope, nothing at all. So now if we jump, our peak speed is now 5. Now our ground speed is 5. And if we keep jumping along, we should maintain this speed. Hold on, that was weird. Cool. Now I'm going to change direction. Okay. So now we're having the same issue that we had before. Hold up. So what's happening here is that if I tried to change direction, it's only actually changing direction. So my target speed is that. Wait, my target speed isn't changing. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess that's fine. Honestly. So, okay. Sign bit player. No, I need to make target speed negative or positive. Man, obviously. Amp input x. And then let's just shove you up there so it makes a little bit more sense. Yada yada. Actually, no, that's not true. I need it to be down here because it may be modified by the jump button. And we're not moving at all unless we're going negative. Cool. Give it to me straight, dog. What do you see? You know what? This comment isn't relevant anymore because I thought I would have to cast this to int, but no. I have to cast the other thing to a float, and no data gets lost that way, so it shouldn't matter. Man, I am just looking here, trying to figure out what the hell to do. Why? Okay, so let's walk things through. If target is positive and input is also positive, or if our target speed of the pass frame is different to what we're currently pressing, then that means we have changed direction. Here, I should actually add a comment there because that's not immediately obvious. We have changed direction. And if we jump, then our target speed and peak time change to airspeed because we're in the air. And when we hit the ground, yeah, and then we change things around, and it's all totally fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking slaying. So why? Wait, I think what's happening here again is that our speed has changed. Yeah. So, I think my logic here might be not what we want, honestly. What if I just check if we hit the ground? But then we'll change direction. Fellas, we might have to give up on... We might have to give up on the whole maintaining speed thing. But let's just get it working. Let's try something. Let's try player collision down. Then 0. Oh man, I completely forgot. What's the corner collision? Yeah, it's 0.1. It's 0.1. If what the hell? Okay, if that is greater than 1. Why is that happening? Oh, because of that. Because of that. Because of that. Okay, let's try. Oh. Actually, yeah, I should check for jump time instead of this. That is correct. That is a correct statement. If player jump time is greater than 0.0. Target speed is now 5. Now that's the problem. Now that is the problem. Okay, so the problem that we are having is simply that speed is different. Speed is different, is the fact of the matter. God, I want to finish this so bad. I'm so close to being done, I think. Let's hope. So, should I add that same logic up here? Should I check for... Okay, here. Let me yank this and go back to how things were. Actually, no, let's... Okay, so let's go like... First off, we're going to need a little bit more space, so let's expand this out a little bit. And sign bit, yada yada yada. You apply to that. Not what I want, and another one there, and we should be good to go. So now, if we're at the ground and we are not pressing the same direction that we were at the previous frame, we should change our target speed. Actually, that's not what we want. That's not what I want. What if we just don't press anything? What does not equal it's gonna be weird. This is gonna be real weird, I think. No, not that. App input.x. Just above. Okay. I believe that we have lots of problems with with what's going on here. So let's fucking delete it. Honestly, let's delete it. Let's see what the hell happens. Yep, we don't get capped, which is fair enough. Okay, so here's what is going on there. Here's what's going on there. I actually don't know what's going on there. Boy, this is tricky, ain't it? Boy, it's real tricky. Boy, oh boy. I gotta tell you, this is tricky. I know I've said that twice already, but it's the truth. The reality of this situation is that it's tricky. I wonder if it would be more visually cohesive if I just did like that. Or maybe, I don't know. Okay, so... Okay, let's just cut out some stuff. How important is that line of code that I just deleted? Because all that did was cap it, but honestly, we could probably clamp that value. Be totally fine. So target speed is 5 for some reason. Yeah, because airspeed. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's pretty much what I wanted. But let's just make you freaking... No, let's not do that. So I want to clamp. I don't want to clamp is what I want to do, and I actually have my own clamp function in game.c clamp right here, which will clamp it. But I remember messing around with clamp before to try and make this a little bit more, nice to look at. So let's try clamping it. Let's clamp player val 0 and speed. But here's the problem with that. Oh, hold up. I need to actually hold up. You know what? Hell, that. Oh, right, I remember. The issue with clamping. Okay. The issue with clamping is that when you let go of app input, it becomes the thing. Okay, here's the plan. Okay. 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 Instead of doing that, hold up. Actually, no. Do I? No. Okay. Yeah, that's not what I want. 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 That isn't what I want. Or is it? It's real tricky, though. It's real tricky. So I don't have any deacceleration, which is simple. Wait, hold up. What if I just frickin' put that here? Riddle me this. So now yeah, that's the problem. Actually, hold on. What if instead of capping it between 0, what if? Negative speed. And it shouldn't be a problem because if it doesn't matter if the first variable you pass in is smaller than the other one, it will swap them to make sense. So we don't have to worry about that. Capped at 5. What we want to do instead is remove this. Is that it? Because honestly, whoa, that was an awfully bizarre little graphical bug there. So now we have a problem, which is the original problem. Let's just throw that in and see what happens. So target speed is 3. So now we're not maintaining our velocity. Unless, let's try jumping. Yep, we don't maintain our velocity. But I like that. I like that. I do like that. And we don't need to clamp it to 0 because we're already handling that totally fine. Here, I want to try something super duper quick, just because. Just because. Just because. Kinda. It's not exactly what I want. Although, because it's truncate. Because if it's less... Yeah, I remember. Nah, you have to do this. Yeah, you... It's the most efficient way of doing that. So... Okay, so here's the question that I am positing. How much do I care about maintaining our velocity like that? Because I'm trying real hard to make this actually, like, thing. Because I really want to make this game. I really want to, like, move on, and I really want to do stuff. So let me think about the kind of game that I'm trying to make. I'm trying to make a difficult platformer. That's what I'm trying to do. So how valuable is maintaining your movement speed? Because that's not the point. The point is the jump. The point is the jump, not maintaining velocity. This isn't Pizza Tower. This isn't Sonic. This is motherfucking Buppo. And Buppo doesn't play by those rules. The only thing that I can see is that it feels unnatural. Because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It would make more sense to maintain your velocity. That's the problem. I just don't know how the hell to implement that. I was playing Mario the other day, and I was looking at just the left and right velocity, because I understand jumps. Boy, do I understand jumps. Jumps, I'm a master of that shit. Love jumps. I know how jumps work, and I know how to make jumps feel good. And I know how to fundamentally make left and right stuff. I figured out how to do acceleration and deceleration. I know that, and that's kind of it with fucking movement. Just a little bit of acceleration and deceleration adds some nice stuff to the movement. But I've never had you move faster in the air than on the ground. Which is fundamental. I can't give up that fact. Because if you move faster than on the ground, then you would get cut. But the thing is that jumping is the whole point. Jumping is the point. Alright, we need to figure out a way to implement... We need to implement a way to maintain our velocity. If I was in a proper physics environment, I could literally just add a opposing force and then we'd be fine. But the issues is that physics are so hard. And physics are a problem for another day. Not gonna worry about the physics. I'm not gonna write a whole ass physics simulation just for this. Because that's not the point. This is supposed to be simple. Thank God I have my microphone on. Was worried that I didn't turn that on for a second. You never know. So... I've got half an hour left of this stream. And I need to figure out what's happening. So how on earth are we going to maintain... Okay. So I removed the check. So that means that we should be able to reverse our direction on the ground fine. So if we hit the ground and we're not pressing, hold on, let's just remove that real quick. Five and we get capped to 3. So what happened there? What happened there is that Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Why did our speed become 0 like that? Because our input.x was the same. So why did it get changed to ground? Oh, because it got capped, didn't it? Our target speed, jump time is greater than 0. Should I fucking do that? Just fucking around here. We're at 5. So why is speed that? Why is speed that? Speed shouldn't be that. Why is speed being sent to the ground? That shouldn't be the case. That shouldn't be what's happening. Speed shouldn't be set like that. Speed shouldn't be being touched. Speed should only be touched when we jump. So, okay, so let's check. So if jump time is greater than 0, that means we have currently jumped. Yeah? Okay, that's what we want. If we have not currently jumped, this is any other time, we are going to check if the direction that we were holding. Oh, I'm not reversing. Yeah, I'm not adding that anymore. Shit. Okay, hold up. Let's. Damn it, that's a problem. Okay, no, that's a problem. That's a problem. Or is it? Or is it? Now our velocity is gone. Hold up. Let me just like... Okay. Clamp it between speed and then reverse speed. So I think that negative, that just doesn't do what I want. So I know that timing something by -1 will swap it, so that shouldn't be a problem. No, we're just being clamped to 0 again. But speed should never be 0, so that doesn't make any sense. No, wait. Oh, because I'm timing a pipe. Oh. Of course. I always forget. I'm always forgetting. Okay. So we need a different way. We need a different way. You know what? Why am I even doing all this? What if I just add another variable? This is an int. So what we're going to do is after all of this, I always try to be clever. I need to do the stupid thing. Caveman mode. I need to do the dumb shit first. That's what I need to do. Previous direction, yada yada yada. Didn't like that because I added a new variable and it made it segfault. So I'm maintaining the same direction. Okay. Oh my god. Was that it? Was that it? Did I do it? Am I maintaining my direction? I'm maintaining my speed. I think I did it. Ooh, only... oh, man. Okay. Little itty bitty thing here. When I let go of speed, we suddenly... You know what? Hold up. Let's move clamp back into here again. See if that fixes it. I don't know how much I care about that. Yeah, we're still getting clamped. Yeah, because if we let go, unless, hold up. Actually, I think I might care because if you're too good with it, it will. Hold up, that doesn't make any sense. Or does it? So I'm just trying to watch real quick about what's happening here. -5. Yeah, that's definitely okay. One more check. One more check. A little bit weird. All right, change plan. Let's put this back out here again, and it's going to clamp. Okay, that means that if we let go for speed in the air, we are going to get clamped down to ground speed. But if that's consistently if that is consistent what's happening, I genuinely don't know how much I care about that. Also, we skid a little bit harder when we hit the ground, actually. Change of plan. Well, not a change of plan, necessarily. Collision down. If there's a collision down that is greater than 0.1 F, that means player peak time equals player ground peak time. Else also totally remove these brackets there. Now, if we handle peak time by that itself, we can totally remove these as well. Is my not retaining enough video to maintain smooth streaming? Doesn't make much sense. My connection should be fine. Sorry about that. Upload speed for my Wi-Fi is kind of ass. So, okay, so what we did here is that now when we are in the air, we should skid to a halt as if we were on the ground. Yeah! Oh my god, I love that. So we might be done. Delete, I don't fucking care. Advanced movement. Horizontal movement. Right on crouch, no stop. I haven't fixed that. Player update. I don't remember what that is. I think I've already taken care of those. I don't think I care about that. So fuck, we might be done. Oh, this, I looked into that. There's not really any real way to do that. Okay, so now, okay. The only things we need to do now is if we're holding crouch, we will skid to a halt. Which I think might be super easy. I think that might be real easy. I'm gonna be honest. So if let's try that. My God, was that as simple as that was? Oh wait, no, but we're still not setting our direction. Okay, quick check. Quick little thingy thing that's going on here. So if I jump, I want to make sure I have forward momentum still. Jump. Hell, that should work. Honestly, so let's skirt. And that's exactly what I want, because now if I hold... Oh, hold up. I think I'm still holding down the wrong button, actually. Oh, right, I never... Okay, that is working so well, actually. I'm like really excited about that. So, okay, so... Now we're jumping that. Now what happens if I don't press anything? We jump straight up. We jump straight up. We jump straight up. Now we're running around. Skirt. Go the other way. We're capped at ground speed again. But if we want to speed up again, we can go like that. Now let me try something. Okay. I might save it for next stream, but hold up. Let's make on crouch, no stop. Easy. Wall bonk is going to be a little bit more tricky. Here, let's add this to the end here. And then, fuck, what was I just doing? Wall bonk is the only thing I care about. Oh, right. Chaining together jumps. Jump chaining. Okay, so the way that I want jump chaining to work is that if you are holding So originally, this idea of jump chaining was used to accelerate faster and faster and faster and maintain your momentum while doing so. It's not what I want. Okay, wall bonk. If moving at peak speed and hit wall, bonkies. But the thing is that we don't want, we don't care about this whole concept of like chaining jump speeds and stuff. Also, I think we might actually want to specify a leap speed, honestly, because my forward velocity at the start here is really fast, and I don't know how much I care about that. You can do little hops. That's kind of fun. Look at that. That feels so good. I'm so pleased with that. So yeah, I think I might... So our forward velocity is really dramatic there. So I might want to implement a leap speed. Because... And then I guess we'll go from there. So, okay. So we didn't finish our player controller, no. However, we made a lot of really good progress. Look at all this progress, man. Look at all this. Next, after this... Okay, so after I implement after I implement movement fully, I'm going to double check my moving platforms because they should still work. They should still work. Player crushing, like being crushed between two platforms or a platform and a wall or what have you, I think isn't going to be too difficult. I really don't think that's going to be too difficult. Let's be honest. I don't think that's going to be very difficult. And then we're going to start doing level shit. We're going to do levels. We're going to do like spikes and ice blocks. And then we're going to add polish. And then we're going to fucking start working on that level. And hell, so after we get all of our movement and floating platforms done, that's going to be 50% of the game. Although I fully expect the level creation, like the level design and stuff, I fully expect that to take like a while because I want it to be really, really good, and really, really hard and stuff. And I'm also gonna add music and shit, but that's not on the to-do list yet because it's just gonna be a thing on the side. So fucking awesome. Okay. Yay, a productive stream. The past couple of streams have not been super duper productive, but very pleased with how this went. I'm very, 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 very pleased with how this went. Let's motherfucking go. Okay, I want to... Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm so fucking hyped. Let's go. Okay. There's nobody watching right now, but to the people that were, or if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah.